Earth to Go World. Earth to Go World. This is your host, Docta Fill, arriving on a Saturday morning. We have hopefully I have a good show planned for today. It should be good. Today's going to be a Rosee special. That's right. Rosee's always been a little special. And I think it's important she gets a day to herself, or at least a show to herself, because she needs a lot of space for her antics. She's doing a lot of, she just went to Vegas. Apparently to do some work, was highly paid for it. She's not willing to come out and say what it is. She did a vlog from Vegas, and she did one packing to go, which she packs a bunch of funny looking stuff. It really looks like a good one. Foodie, lots been going on with her. I covered her on my last stream. It was a really good one, I think. Went really in detail on her and Salah's relationship, how they've broken up, or at least she claims to have broken up, and why I don't think it's for real. I think they're going to be back together. Until then, until we see what's going on with then, let me welcome y'all in. Welcome in, Jamie Carpenter. Good to see you this morning. Let me get my screen in here properly. Have a Sumam. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great morning. Hippie Easter, good to see you. Thank you for your membership, Easter. I know it's not listed on here, but thank you for that. We gotta see about getting your membership. Hopefully you have access to the other account, because I'm doing the members only stream next week, and I want you to be able to see it if you have a membership, right? That goes for anybody here with a membership, regardless of tier 1, tier 2. They're both just fine as far as coming and see that members only stream that I have coming up next week. So I hope everybody with membership can make it. If you can't, you'll be able to see it afterward. There's going to be a period of time where it's exclusive members only content. So hopefully at Easter you'll be able to see that, and hopefully everything's going good with your mom and you. Yes, I have to see Mom. Welcome in. Blue Hoodie, welcome in. Good to see you. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, Foodie's finally got some stuff going on in her life, right? Welcome in, Fiona's mom. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning, Jarella. Good to see you. I was actually thinking a little about you. I was watching a show about diet hoaxes. It's what I'm going to be covering on the members only stream next week. So I think it's going to be a great show. It's going to be getting back to the roots, covering some health topics. And also the queen of sextortion is how they refer to her. I was originally planning to do the members only stream today, but I realized I didn't really give any notice, so there was a good chance nobody would show up. So I decided to give advance notice, and I'm just this week as a bonus, giving everybody a stream as a way to advertise the one for next week. I think it works out perfectly like that. Okay, with that out of the way, I think it's almost time to get started with the content. So we're gonna start off with Rosee's live from her hotel room in Vegas. It's a short one, it's 40 minutes. I previewed it, it's pretty good. It's definitely going to stir up some conversation. So I think you folks are going to really enjoy it. The chat was nothing too interesting, but we can leave that visible. But all right, here we go. Okay. And I will say, eventually, I don't know when, but eventually the members only stream will be made available publicly. It's going to take some time because I want to give members a bonus. But I do want everybody to eventually be able to see the content, because I'm proud of the content and I'm not trying to hide it. I just want to give a bonus to members. Does that make sense? So it's members only, but eventually it's going to become available because, I just want people to see it. All right. So hopefully we got that out of the way there. Hopefully that explains it. If anybody's thinking I'm trying to keep content paywalled away, it's not like that. Just a big way to give people a little something for their membership fees. Okay, let's cut that music off. I had this music playing the whole time. All right, let's get the show started. So here we go with Rosee, baby, Vegas, baby. To give a little background, Rosee has not been streaming for like the past week or so, maybe even a little bit longer. She regularly streams. Rosee is a Girl World character at this point. She claims she's not. She's very much a Girl World character. Her most recent drama, and hopefully my audio levels are good, her most recent drama was that her good friend, Amber Lynn Reed, a friendship that she's attempted to maintain. She's gone out of her way to befriend Amber. Amber was caught saying some naughty things, according to Rosee's viewers, some comments that were insulting about a former lover, I guess a former friend at least, but I think a former lover as well, but a former friend of Amber's, we'll say. And that person has since transitioned and Amber said something making fun of their status as being trans. So Rosie's audience, because her audience is filled with people who that's a huge deal for them. That's like because Rosie talks about how it's a huge deal for her. The audience, of course, was like, "Hey, Rosie, how are you going to respond to this? Are you gonna criticize Amber? You're gonna call her out, as of her friend?" And Rosie's like, "Oh, what's the big deal? Let's just forget about that. That's not important." And her chat kind of got a little upset with her, and there was like a little mini revolt. And I don't know how they've moved on since then, but she kind of she did like another stream or two after that, but then she took her little break. I think it's kind of very conveniently worked out that she went off to Vegas as well. But I think she kind of took that break a little earlier than she needed to as a way to get away from the heat for staying cool with Amber, despite what people perceived as unacceptable comments from Amber. So let's get it started. Let this party start. I'm going to look at some of your comments as well. Oh, and Rosie is looking huge, I got to mention. Especially when you see her lean forward a little bit, her neck has completely disappeared. Like, I think there was a time probably that this crease on her neck probably used to get really dirty and she had to had to clean it a lot. But now it's getting so filled up because she's gotten so big that the crease is like disappearing. There's not any neck crease like in some areas. Like, it's totally filled in. Hopefully the volume levels are good. When she starts talking, we'll know. How are we going to get this someone with the chat to show?
Oh, come off of it.
There we go. Oops.
Oh, fucking out. No way.
Let me say up front, anybody not aware, Rosie uses a lot of profanity. She talks about some nasty subjects. I know that I usually try to stay away from a lot of that, but you folks know that a lot of times I cover that. So nothing any worse than what you'll hear out of Foodie, at least.
Hello, Northern Light. Oh, my God. Can't even open a Diet Coke without popping off a nail. Hey, Farah. Hi,
That is a great question, Havasu Mom.
Hey, Poppy. This is going to be a short live. Heads up. This is a short live. But I have about 50 minutes to kill.
So if you notice, she's in a hotel room here. This is her hotel room in Vegas. Rosie's been very coy about what she's doing in Vegas. If you notice the title of the stream, I'm kind of, being a little bit coy myself as to what I think she's doing there. I have two hypotheses as to what she's doing, and only one of them involves sex work. But I hope it's not that. If for nothing else, than for her to maintain her credibility, because she's always talked so much about how she escaped feederism and how she escaped sex work, and how the other women in the feeder community who she used to know, who are no longer friendly with her, how they in fact dislike her and criticize her, and they're just jealous because they still have to do feederism. They still have to do that feeder sex work, and Rosie is free from that. So they're jealous of Rosie, her existence, her fruitful existence without any feeder involvement.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you, Brooke. Hi, Monica. Hi, Diamond. Hey, Rubber. Thank you. Hey, Foxy. Hi.
I'm going to speed it up just a drop.
Hi, Kim. By the way, make sure to check out my Instagram story. I posted a really cute Instagram story. It might be expiring. And
I was so good. Fast forward a minute. I previewed this a little bit. I could fast forward like just a couple minutes in, because she doesn't really say anything in the very beginning.
But no, definitely no jetted tub in the room. It is a really nice shower here, though. Very comfortable. So, oh, 1 second. And texted me. Anyway.
Oh, and also to answer any questions you may have coming later, yes, she did get 2 seats on the plane. She said that her experience on the plane was positive. I don't believe she's made a comment or content about returning back from Vegas yet, but I could be mistaken. I'm not as up to date with her social media.
But you've got 45 minutes till 5 in Vegas. Yes, correct. Thank you.
They had a dangling ankle.
If someone can just let me know when it's like a 5-minute warning. Should I say this?
That's a great point.
I have an appointment booked, so.
Should I say
Hi,
this?
Jen.
Okay, she's being so coy about this. Should I say this? Well, I have an appointment booked. I have to be there at. She just keeps alluding to things that you could interpret as being sex work, like she's intentionally being very vague, which makes me think that's not what she's doing, believe it or not. I'm thinking that she's trying to trick us in a sense, but she could just be telling the truth and just trying to be vague in a sense because she doesn't want to say it outright, but she wants us to think that for whatever reason. She does want us to think that she's doing sex work because she could have easily come out and said, no, I'm not doing that. I can't say what I'm doing, but no, let me get this out of the way. I'm not acting as a sex worker in any form.
Thank you. 1 second. Sorry, I wasn't expecting them to be texting me. I'm here for a business thing.
See what I mean?
No, guys, when I'm having to text somebody, I don't have my iPad with me to like do anything else with.
And Havasu Mom, I think you make a great point here.
But
about how if Rosee got hurt or something seriously, she's young enough that she could probably heal up okay, but she's so darn big, it's going to be misery for her. And there's going to be a level of injury that she's just not going to be able to, she's still going to be bedbound for a while. She may eventually be able to recover because she's young enough. I don't think they're, it's going to put her down, but she might lose what's left of her mobility. You know, I think we're on the same page with that, where she'll probably, survive, but she may end up bedridden for at least a few months, right? Probably survive. She's definitely going to survive. What am I talking about? But she will definitely be bedridden for a period of time if she does break something. She's already chair ridden, right? She's already stuck in a chair.
Yeah.
She won't admit it. But
Audio's cutting out. Is this any better?
And she uses a scooty at the when she goes out places. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's acknowledged it. She's never denied it, certainly. Not to shame anybody who needs a mobility aid, but Rosee's eaten herself into this massive state at the age of only 33. And she's continuing to eat herself beyond this state. She's only getting bigger every time I see her.
Is this any better?
Oh, yes, Havasu Mom. Yes, she was.
Why are you guys asking me about Amber?
33.
I already told y'all I'm not discussing her anymore.
Again, now here Rosee addresses the issue with Amber. Her audience is just kind of saying, so have you spoken to Amber? Is that what they asked here? Are you with Amber? Is Amber in Vegas? Yeah, they're all asking about Amber. Rosee did everything she could to associate herself to Amber for a while there. She was talking to Amber in messages. They were she was, I believe she was going in Amber's chats and vice versa. She was flirting, or Amber's ex was flirting with Rosee. I don't know if that was like to get closer to Amber, but maybe in some weird, like single white female way it was. But Rosee definitely wanted to be part of Girl World, in particular part of Amber's sphere. Part of Amber's sphere of influence, Amber's gravity, I guess we could say. But yes, she was a sex worker. I know, but here, get back to my train of thought. So her chat is asking her, so what about Amber? What's going on? And that's because her chat is not happy about Amber because they think that her staying friends with Amber is very hypocritical. Oh, and just to answer your question, Havasu Mom, yes, to give a summary, she was a sex worker full-time. She did escort work and porn. And she did that for like over a year, and she did like a full-time income about it. She was very vocal about it. Her content is still available. I did a whole stream about it. There's a lot of talk about that. And she's 33 years old, as far as how old she is. But yes, she did a lot of that, and she also did like volunteer sex work, where she worked at these like quote unquote sex parties where she wouldn't get paid, but the guy who ran it, or the woman who ran it, whoever was running it, they were charging men to get in to the event, but Rosee didn't get paid anything. She was just there for, I guess to volunteer, to help people out. She felt bad for the guys.
Like, I'm in Vegas. I'm not in Oklahoma. That's like the second or third.
She's not ashamed. At least I don't think she is.
This is about me. Like, no hate to her. But like, it's just like, not everything's about Girl World, dude. It's just frustrating.
And let me just also add, Rosee herself, if I really believed that she really regretted that and did, and it was, and she hated, she felt that she was somehow tricked into it and didn't really, I would feel a little differently. But she was very vocal, very open about it. Her time in it, she embraced it. And the only reason she left was because she had a falling out with the woman who produced the pornography that she was the star of. Her main producer, she had a big falling out with her over that woman believed that Rosee mocked her disability or something. They got in like a little bit of a disagreement. And I think that Rosee was in the wrong. Everybody basically sided against her, and I agree with them on that. She kind of got kicked out of the feeder community, though. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so I have some different plans that I want to do. I mean, today, if there's no audio, can someone tell? Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, Rose. Look how nice and clean her hair looks for a change.
Okay. If someone in the chat, tell people who's having audio issues to leave and come back, because it seems like most people audio is fine. Anywho, okay. All right. Thank you guys. So, and thank you everybody liking the live, by the way. I have missed y'all. Excuse me. I took a little bit of a break prior to. I have been vlogging. I wanted to say hi. Yeah. Gotcha, side-eyed. Yeah, sorry. I can't help it. But I am vlogging. So I don't want to say too much about what I'm planning to go do, but I have like a list of things. And so yeah, thank you, Bella. Let me try something. 1 second. Okay, that tends to help. What I just did tends to help when there's a problem. So I just close out the app and resume the live. That tends to help it. So far I've had, so how's the food in Vegas? So far the food's been good, but I have like a list of things that I want to do. You guys will see it in my vlog, don't worry. And
after this, anybody who sticks through this, I have the better content afterward. I know I didn't want to lead with my strongest show first. We're doing this first, and after this, we're going on to the to her vlog that she recorded, which is, I think, a lot even funnier than this. This is all right. This gets a little better, but the vlog is really good, in my opinion. So if you catch anything, stick around for that second part.
Yeah, I've been like, I'm gonna have to try to do some of this like post edit, but my goal is I want to try to like keep like financial track of everything, and see like what goes on there. Is everything as expensive as I've heard? Yeah. So like,
welcome in.
I don't know if so. Like, okay. So for example, last night I wanted to order Whataburger because I think I haven't mentioned it to y'all. Like, I've wanted to try more stuff on their menu. I've only.
All right, Rosee talks how she's doesn't associate any with feeder content anymore, and I'm not going to say that it's feeder content to talk about food a little bit, but at the very least, it's food addict content, because the way she talks about food, it sounds like an alcoholic talking about a drink, or a sex addict talking about an encounter they had or something.
I had it one time and I really enjoyed it. But like their DoorDash was some bullshit. So I got it on DoorDash and like half the menu wasn't there. They didn't even have the Dr. Pepper shakes on DoorDash.
Didn't even have the Dr. Pepper shake. Good Lord. I like Whataburger as far as fast food places go. I've been trying to get healthy lately. I decided I want to get healthy. I've been trying to like do some push-ups and stuff like that. I've been trying to eat a little bit better. So I'm really like not even feeling the idea of fast food at all right now. I mean, I always like sweets. That's my guilty pleasure. But the shake would be just too much for me right now. But even if but for somebody as big as Rosee, those kind of shakes are I'm not allowed to say it on YouTube, but you know what I mean. It's how you take yourself out with that stuff. That's
yeah, it's just like the regular flavors.
Self-deletion solution.
But like all of their combos were like $23. And then when you get a combo like from the Whataburger app itself, like if you order it and pick it up, it's like still $18 for like a sandwich, a side, and a drink.
Good Lord.
And I don't know if that's all Whataburgers.
See, but her friend Amber would pay like 30 because she would drop like a $15 tip at least on that because she likes to get it piping hot.
Let me see. And so, yeah, at this point, I just want to focus on my trip, focus on me, and make sure that, you know, I'm trying to have a good time because I'm still kind of reeling from the project itself. It was a lot.
Okay, so this is one of our few clues about what she actually did there. She says, I'm reeling from the project itself. It was a lot. What do you folks think that means? I mean, there's a that's she's definitely wants us to read something into that. I mean, I believe that. I don't think she would say that unless she wanted us to read something into that, because I don't think she's saying that accidentally. That sounds like something she wants to say. So what do you hear when she says that? I don't want to taint your opinion, but that sounds, let's hear her say that again.
That, you know, I'm trying to have a good time because at this point, I just want to focus on my trip, focus on me, and make sure that, you know, I'm trying to have a good time because I'm still kind of reeling from the project itself. It was a lot.
Still kind of reeling from the project itself. It was a lot. Oh, welcome in Sunshine Country Chickens. Welcome
Hey,
into
Roxy Rain, yeah.
Oh, welcome into any lurkers or anybody who I've missed coming in. Thank you all so much. You're all very much appreciated. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think, especially if you're watching that replay. Dr. Pepper's from Texas. Whataburger's from Texas. Well, I like Texas, and I like Whataburger, and I don't hate Dr. Pepper. But for Rosie, heck no, Rosie. Dr. Phil says Dr. Pepper is committing malpractice if he gives anything to Rosie.
The vibe's positive while she's on her trip, y'all. Yep, thank you, Cyanide.
That's malpractice to operate
I
on
did
Rosie,
not
Dr.
buy
Pepper.
either seat, but so I don't know if they bought 2 seats and are going to get one of them refunded with the person of size policy, but I flew Southwest.
So here's the answer for anybody who was wondering about that. Rosie got the 2-seater Cadillac seats in the in the coach section. As much as I'm chuckling about it, was anybody even expecting anything other than that? Like, was it even possible that she was going to only need 1 seat? And let me check your comments really quickly. I know I'd asked a question earlier. I just want to see if anybody posted an answer there. Welcome in, Sarah Cynthia. Missed you coming in. Hopefully you're having a great morning, a great day wherever you are. I never even heard of a Dr. Pepper shake either. Yes, I believe she's uncontrolled diabetic as well, and I believe she's almost looking for a disability diagnosis. And losing a foot would absolutely give that to her. I don't think she realizes, though, when you're as heavy as she is, losing a foot is never a joke. Losing a foot's a big deal for anybody. But when you're as big as Rosie, one leg cannot support her body weight. If she loses 1 foot, the other leg is going to give out shortly afterward. Because 1 knee is not going to, even with a prosthetic foot, she's going to end up using 1 leg more than the other. You get what I'm saying? Like, her weight is not going to be evenly supported if she loses a foot. And she's going to end up losing the other leg after that. Maybe not directly to diabetes, but I hope you get what I'm saying. She's going to lose. It's like a lot of athletes, they'll injure 1 knee and then they'll like try to come back from recovery too early and they'll re-injure, and then they'll injure the other knee because they'll be putting too much weight on that one, trying to stay off the one that's hurt. Welcome in, Maxie345. Hey, great to see you. Absolutely. Hope you're having a wonderful day over there, Maxie, and enjoy the stream. Always glad to have a new viewer, new sub. And let me say also, anybody enjoying the stream, please be sure to sub if you'd like to see more of this content. It really helps out the channel, and it really helps you to find my content if that's what you like to see. If you don't want to see it, then subbing probably is not the best choice. Unless you just want to hate watch, in which case sub anyway. Dr. Pepper is done some shady work.
And I always, use that when I fly. I
Oh
will be
yeah,
going.
that answers anybody's question. I think I said that before. She got the double seat. I mean, was there even a question?
More detail about all of that stuff when I vlog too. But thank you, Nerve. I'm gonna try to have fun. I'm just like, I'm very drained. I'm very tired. I'm really wishing I had like one more day, just to have time to explore at my own pace. Because I'm very like exhausted. Um,
That's the problem when you go on a work trip. They don't give you don't get any time to enjoy the trip. It's not a vacation. You're going on a work trip for 3 days. They have work for you for all 3 days. Like maybe you'll get like, an hour or two in the evening, and maybe like the last day before, maybe you'll have a short day before the airport. But they're going to work your butt off the whole time. They're not going to pay for a night at a hotel unless they need you to work all day.
I'll be talking about everything, like what I'm doing, what I'm eating, and everything in the vlog. But they're doing, I think they're doing a couple locations, but Vegas is one of them. No, Mysticums, like everything's booked, and I'm not gonna do all of that. I need a Vegas trip. Distress, yeah. I'm just gonna kind of see.
I'm going to speed up just to drop
how
one.
it goes.
Because Rosie is talking kind of slow.
Who would come with me on this trip? I was just in Vegas. We stayed at the Venetian. It was
Holy crap. Like she can't even put her head all the way down. Like look how, like her head only goes down a little bit to the side. Like there's no space to move her head at all. I remember that's why I think she's getting bigger, because I remember what used to be when she had to like really lean forward to lose her neck. Now, if she just leans forward a tiny bit, her entire neck just disappears, just gets swallowed up. So this girl's getting even bigger, and she was already really big, and she's getting big fast. She's knocking on she's knocking on the Reaper's door. Slowly but surely.
Venetian. It was so gorgeous. I've never heard of that. That sounds fun. Oof. How am I feeling?
I always vacillate on diet sodas, but the more I think about it, I really don't care for them. And the reason I really don't care for diet sodas is because they dull your taste buds out, and then nothing else really tastes sweet. And that's one of the problems with them, I think.
A little overwhelmed.
Is that what she was trying to say?
Venetian. Oh, thank you. I was like, I butchered that.
That's what she was trying to say?
I hope you have fun and don't burn yourself out trying to do everything. Yeah. I'm just gonna try to like not beat myself up if I don't get to do everything.
I didn't even realize that.
But I'm fighting demons about whether or not I'm going out tonight, because a big part of me just wants to curl up into bed and decompress for tomorrow.
Fighting demons about going out tonight. Rosie, if you're gonna go out to the club, as you like to say, I think the demons are the ones who want you to go out. I think you'd be much better off staying in. Don't go out to that club. I mean, especially with what you've been doing all day, right? I mean, that's not safe for anyone you meet. It's not fair to them. After the kind of work you've been doing all day, it's not really appropriate for you to hook up with somebody. No, okay, I'm gonna be serious now for a second. I don't think she actually has been doing sex work. As much as I allude to that, and I do think it's a possibility. I absolutely think it's a possibility. I think the more likely situation is that she's doing some kind of a podcast, one of those controversial type podcasts where they have like 5 red pill, men's dating coaches on one side, and then the other side they have like 5 women like Rosie, and they're like 5 incels versus 5 femcels. That kind of environment, that kind of podcast. I think that's what she ended up going to, because I can't think of anything else that would pay her. That would be that. I can't think of anything else that it would be worth it to pay her, that they would get enough views to justify the payment, unless they put her on some kind of a prank show. I mean, what else could she be doing? Like she was on maybe some kind of a prank show. Like remember that show Wipeout or Takeshi's Castle, where they used to dress you up like and bounce you around in a room and knock you in the water and knock you in a ball pit and that kind of thing. Like that's like doing slapstick comedy is the only thing I think she'd be worth paying money to do. Like I would pay her to do that, to dress up like a clown and get knocked around in one of those Japanese game shows.
tomorrow, but I really want to take advantage of the nighttime where it's less hot. And there are a couple things that I can Uber to that have AC and like a place to sit and still get to try things. So we'll see. Phoenician, yeah.
Good question, Jamie. That's a good question. And I think that what's more important is her audience cares. Her audience loves that stuff. And I just think it's interesting how much she talks about it, with how much her audience asks that. It's like a regular part of her videos. And I'm interested to an extent because I'm interested in her diet. But as far as like some of the details that she goes into, it's really like it's almost a little, it comes across a little obsessive from her.
Tomato, Vegas is going.
And maybe some of the people who listen to it, you know, every detail, I guess it can be a little obsessive on both sides, to be fair. But in my case, I think of it as decoding a puzzle, like trying to assess what she's eating and thinking to myself, okay, that sounds like accurate. That sounds like what she's really eating. That sounds like the diet of somebody, you know, over 600 pounds.
Nowhere, listen to your gut, but YOLO. I do want to try to.
But that's a good question.
I'm just not going to say like exacts or
morning,
wheres or
Andrea.
things like that because I don't want to
Welcome in.
risk anything. You gonna visit the Heart Attack Grill? Fuck no.
She has Andrea. That's another reason.
Coated as fuck. I'm good.
I think that she might do that.
Go see a couple things and don't push.
Oh, and this right here, this is another reason why I think she maybe is not doing feeder content there, and she certainly, there's no other kind of pornography she could be doing, at least that I could think of. And I'm glad that I can't. I'm not encouraging people in the chat to give suggestions either. Glad I can't think of anything else. So what was I even saying? That yes, so she just said, oh, that's feeder coded. I don't want to do anything like that. So I'm glad that she is still saying she wants nothing to do with feederism. But does she really want nothing to do with it, or is she just saying that? So let's rewind this just a drop.
I do want to try to go play some slots. I'm just not going to say like exacts or wheres or things like that because I don't want to risk anything. You gonna visit the Heart Attack Grill? Fuck no. That place is feeder coated as fuck. I'm good.
Good question, Maxie. We don't know for sure. I would say it's pretty darn close. Like it probably varies. Like there's probably been time, they've probably traded places. Like there's probably been times Rosie's been bigger and probably times Amber's been bigger. That would be, I think, the most fair answer.
Go see a couple things.
Right now,
don't push. If you feel overwhelmed, just go relax. People who've been to Vegas, do you think that
oh, Andrea, thank you for that. I wasn't aware of that. So she's getting paid, but she's only getting paid, I guess, the cost of the trip, and so she's getting a free trip out of it is what she's being paid with. So she's not getting any money beyond the trip. Well, I mean, typically when somebody does like some kind of porn, like you think they would be offered more than that, but maybe not. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's people who do it for less than that.
A picture in front of the Vegas sign at night would look good, because I might do that tonight, like because I don't need to stay there very long, and it will be less.
Did she say that in this video, Andrea? I didn't notice that, or did she say that in a different one? Because I did not hear her. I did not notice her saying that, but that's good to know.
Hot, so I'll look less sweaty.
Well, welcome in,
hey,
Princess Sparkle Fairy. Welcome in.
I live in Vegas. Trust me, there's so much to do. So, Ari, do you? I mean, yeah, but it's on the strip. I've got Uber credits I was given, so I'm not that worried. I'm gonna Uber to a couple spots.
Good point, Jarella. She says that she doesn't want anything to do with feederism, but basically every day before she left, she was doing these like 3-hour long videos where she would cook and then eat, not basically the entire video. And she would stuff her face with massive quantities of food for literally over an hour at a time. So it's kind of weird. Like, yeah, like I guess I'm not really thinking, because on one hand, I like her saying, it was just kind of like a gut reaction when she said, oh, I don't like the Heart Attack Grill. It's like, you go, girl. Good for you. That's bad. I'm glad you're against it. But yeah, you're right. Like she's just talking crap because she doesn't really. Yeah, good point. Good point, Jarella. Kind of bring me back to reality.
Lit up, so yeah, go. Okay, I think I'll do that tonight, because doing that out in the heat just sounds awful.
You're right. Bring me back.
There's Amazing Wizard of Oz show in Vegas right now.
Somebody will tell you.
Ooh. I wouldn't go. The sign's in a weird spot, but I want the picture. What? Hey, but thank you, Poetic Justice.
I missed that. Maybe it was that. Maybe it comes after this part. We don't actually know Angel of Glass. Welcome
Wizard
in.
of Oz show is at the Sphere. We went, but the tickets were $300 each. Well, fuck that. That's out of my price range. You should visit the Neon Museum and take pictures. Oh, the Neon Museum. Let me screenshot.
Yes, Sunshine. I heard about that.
I need to redo my makeup.
I don't really follow Amber as much, but I've heard people report that she's just been gaining a lot of weight recently, and it's not a coincidence that she's been with Emily. And Emily, for anybody who's not aware, was kind of crushing on Rosie, like she was posting pictures of Rosie's back when she used to do the adult content. She had pictures from back then. I guess you can find them if you look around on the internet. And she found some of those old pictures and she was posting them on a Tumblr account. I guess they were censored partially. I'm assuming you have to censor them at least somewhat. But that's what she was posting on there. And as far as anybody knows, that was Tommy's account or Emily's account. But yeah, and apparently she fed her previous girlfriend to death, apparently. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but allegedly that's true. Some people say that. I mean, obviously people have choice of whether they choose to eat or not, but just the fact that she would enable that even is crazy.
Sweat some and crack some of it off. I will, Cracula. It'll be a fun experience regardless of whether or not you get to do everything you want. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, it was Andrea? Thank you. I did not know that. I saw the
Booming group all there. That was awesome.
Thank you for giving me the clarification there. For a long time, people thought that was Emily. I did not. I was not up to date with that.
That's awesome. Get your pictures, lady. You're already dressed up for it. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
You should go. You might regret.
Yes and no.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling.
Yes and no. They're together, but they're not together. Like it's not like I don't really know if they're 100% together or not. But I know that Amber is like trying to work it out with her. But it seems to be very volatile, and it seems to change like pretty frequently.
I'm just worried about overdoing it because like I had a really bad pain flare in the second leg of my trip yesterday, and it took a lot. Like soaking in the pool in the hot tub really helped. And the pool closes at 10, so I'm probably not getting in the pool again. How's the trip been so far?
That nasty
it's been
reality
a lot.
check.
That's what I'll say. Just been a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, overcoming fear. No, I haven't explored much yet. Like, so I have some electrolytes.
Some electrolytes.
Actually, they gave me a water bottle.
Electrolytes.
You know,
my electrolytes, is that just salt or is that sugar as well?
Spoiler for parts of the vlog, but I bought those snacks, right? And I brought them. I didn't eat them beforehand. And I'm finding that bringing the snack is a moot point because of the free, well, it's not a free hotel breakfast here, but they paid for it like ahead of time for me. And
these people know Rosie very well. They paid for that hotel breakfast. They got their money's worth on that.
I didn't know they'd have all these like snacks and food they were going to give me. And then the airline has free snacks. So I'm just kind of like, oh, I probably could have saved some money and not even bought them.
Can you imagine how many snacks they must have given her for her to say, oh, I didn't even need any? Can you imagine? Like Rosie eats like pounds of food at a time. If she ate all of the snacks what do you think she's grabbing at those breakfast buffets? Because they have waffles, pancakes, eggs, bacon. She's probably grabbing like a pound of bacon strips, 10 of those little boxes of cereal, a dozen muffins. What else do you think she gets? Like a 6-pack of yogurt? She's probably like taking like she's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, is this for your family? Yeah, it's for my family. I'm bringing it back to the room for my kids. Oh, okay, miss. Yeah, well here, let's give you some more of these pancakes for your kids. Yeah, for my kids.
But I like having the peace of mind, I guess.
Nutty, good to see you. Welcome in. Always appreciate
the fountain show really is neat. Oh, cool. When do they do that? Area 51 is not close, though.
Thank you for coming by.
What is Area 51? Like, the actual Area 51 or like a restaurant? Vegas buffets are the GOAT.
The actual Area 51 or a restaurant? Does she know what Area 51 is? Or does she? I wonder if she does.
I was considering doing that for dinner, but they're offering to like order food online for me. I'd rather take them up on that because I'm also just not that hungry because I had a good lunch and I had the free breakfast, and so I feel like I'd be wasting. Your hair is vibing. Thank you.
I'm thinking that she told them like she had a family, or like she did like what Foodie does. Foodie always orders the family meals, and she lets them think that she has a family. So they're like, "Oh yes, miss, yeah, here we'll bring you the family meal. We'll give you some extra rolls." Oh, thank you so much. Yes, for my family. Thank you. I think that's what Foodie does, and I think that's what Rosie does too. I think that it just, I think they're self-conscious about ordering so much sometimes if they don't know somebody. And so if they can order a family meal like that, they can get a bigger portion, act like it's for
15 is a place.
That's what I believe. Cool, it's my gut feeling.
Food. Cool.
I don't know that for sure.
Thank you, stars. Everything's good. Area 15, not 51. Okay. Oh, okay.
She fit right in.
Two different things. Okay. Yeah. I'm not planning to buy any shows or anything. I don't
think. She go to Area 51, she'll find Eugenia Cooney.
I fully have that in the budget.
Eugenia.
But because a lot of those shows are expensive. Nashi, it's really good to see you. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Go to Omega Mart. What is that? I was surprised when I saw your name. I was like, oh my God, hi. I've missed you, internet bestie. Thank you, Foxy Roxy.
You know, Vegas is one of those places where I kind of want to visit it, but I just really don't care for gambling. And even though, yes, you can go there and not gamble, I just don't like being like, I don't know, I just don't want to like on one hand, I think gambling is fine, but so many people have ruined their lives with gambling. And it just the idea of it, I don't know, like I love the glamour and I love I just love the glamour of Vegas, you know, the showgirls and the big sporting events and all that kind of stuff. But I don't care for like the seedy side of it. You know, the alcohol, the drugs, the people who lose their savings.
Mantis is over by the Venetian. Yeah. You got to do an adult gummy and go to Omega Mart. You won't regret it.
Omega Mart, what's that?
What is Omega Mart?
All right, Rosie, good question.
Is that a nighttime or daytime thing? When it's released, I don't remember, but somebody mentioned NDA today, and I was like, there was an NDA. Did I sign that? I don't remember signing that. I might have signed it a long time ago, so I really can't say.
Oh, and speaking of Vegas, I saw this. I saw now more and more. There's people who are like going to Vegas, like I guess you could call them digital nomads or something like that. They go to Vegas and they get donations from people to gamble, and these people are on the internet, anonymous, semi-anonymous, whatever. They're kind of enabling these gambling addicts to just go there and sustain themselves in the worst way possible. And they just have like they give them just enough money to pay for a hotel room and gamble. And it just feels like it's going to end badly for a lot of people. And I hate to think that there's people out there enabling that kind of stuff, not realizing how, you know, the harm they're causing. Because that goes beyond trolling. That's beyond trolling at that point. You're really harming people.
Hey, Invisible.
Like,
it's like a hidden speakeasy, Odyssey type place. Is it on the strip or off strip? Well, it's a good thing you've been so.
Has anybody here ever been to Omega Mart?
Well, there's a lot of reasons I'm being tight-lipped. It's really trippy, especially if you're stoned.
There's a lot of reasons she's being tight-lipped about what she's doing. So maybe she's doing a podcast. Here's something she could be doing. She could be doing a podcast about her history as a sex worker. That's something where, you know, it's like she wouldn't really want to talk about it, and she maybe has to keep it secret till it gets released. But then again, maybe she's doing like we said earlier, type of podcast where she's going to be on a controversial podcast going against a hostile crowd.
Thank you, Invisible Buddha. Let's go out. So you guys, I will be vlogging. Yeah, exactly, Sebo. I'm not going to be able to get to everything. Hold on, I got to do something. Can everybody hear me? Are we Gucci? Very little vlogging on the plane, but I did do some plane vlogging. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Omega Mart. Write that down.
I love the glamour of it. Like, I love especially, I don't like the digital games. I like the traditional table games, like where you play cards or you go to the roulette wheel. I'm old fashioned like that, or the craps table. I think there's like some, there's still some, there's some elegance to that. I think maybe it's all in my head, but I do think there's some traditional elegance to that still. Whereas I feel like when you play those digital poker games, it just feels like a video game where you're paying money just to play it. And I've already got video games at home that I really like.
Can someone give me a time check? Oh no, it's like 4:30. I actually just saw that. What am I talking
But
about?
they have beautiful,
Okay.
because like the casinos themselves are beautiful from what I hear.
Yeah.
So I can understand that.
On both flights, I had nice seatmates. So the first flight, there was like very few people on it. It was nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I woke up at fucking 7 or 5:30 this morning. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And no judgment to anybody if anybody does gamble. I just, hope anybody, as long as you do it in moderation, do it safely. It's like drinking, any other thing that can get out of hand.
I just don't want to stay out too late because, well,
that sounds beautiful.
worst case scenario, I'll just be grumpy on the
Oh,
way
go
home.
river. Don't they have like those gambling river
That's actually
boats?
not the worst case scenario, unfortunately, but that's what I'm going to tell myself. Hey, Jessa.
That might be a fun little trip.
I'm purposefully being non-specific about certain details, Mattress, and that's one of them. I debated on if I was even going to go live. Thank you, Stacey.
In South Florida, we used to have highlight. People would gamble. Highlight is like it's a game. It's like handball, but they use these big gloves. They're called cestus or cesti, and they can hurl the ball like 150 miles an hour.
Definitely not, Nashi. And no, I'm not doing a fucking feederism collab. I'm not doing a mukbang collab. I'm not doing a fucking food convention. Y'all, some of y'all, not my audience, some of y'all over there sound stupid as hell.
Okay, Rosie, okay. Then why is it then you have chosen to not dispel any of these rumors until now? Or if you have, you've not done a very good job of it. You've not been very vocal about it. Only now, and you're already in Vegas, are you finally coming out and saying what you're not doing. Up to now, all you've said is, well, I can't say, it's private, I can't say. So what do you want people to suspect? What are we supposed to think when you tell us it's private, you can't say all the time?
The speculation's been funny. I've been giggling about it because I can't wait till y'all find out why I'm actually here.
I think it'll be funny, and I'm glad that as a reactor, I don't mind that she's keeping it a secret because it's fun to guess.
Cheers.
She doesn't give that out for free.
Yeah, they're like
competitive. Oh my god,
like a food convention or a
Anna's sport that Anna's calling is doing strong woman. Rosie's calling is competitive eating.
Theater convention this weekend or something. I don't even know if it's fucking true. I was just like, y'all sound dumb as rocks. Hi, Liz. This is a business trip. Ooh, I like that prediction, Abby.
Maybe
people were claiming the heart attack girl as well.
Maybe he hired her to be like a human craps table, and he's just gonna throw dice at her all night. They got some weird fetishes out there.
No, I could eat there for free, and I'm still not going. Like, I'm not going like for like a specific like, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like make a statement. Like, no, but not that's not the right phrase I'm looking for. I do want one of my high chews. I haven't had any yet.
High chew. Well, I mean, this
Eat
kind
hard
of candy
grill
stuff.
is a no-go ever. Is the food bad? I was trying to warn Rosie about Omega Mart being a lot of walking. Oh, I didn't see you get muted. Thank you for the warning. I don't think I can handle that, to be honest.
Rosie, she said, well, Rosie, don't you have the scooter you could take or something? It's pretty funny. The person in chat said that they were trying to warn Rosie about Omega Mart. Thought I got muted. No, Greenie, we know. I don't think you're trolling.
Video.
Just being straight up.
Like, I don't know if I'd be able to handle that and explore later on.
And just for everybody to know, after this video, we're going to be
I
going
can't
on
open
to
this
the
because of
next
my
one,
fake nails. Don't mind me.
which is going to be Rosie's vlog.
These are super good. I just want one.
Or traveling to Vegas vlog. And we're
Lots of
really not
walking and
covering
stairs.
too
Yeah,
much more after
absolutely.
this.
Fuck
This
that.
video is
Yeah,
not much more
I wouldn't want you to
content
be muted
after
just for
this.
saying that. You're looking out for me and I appreciate it. Makeup to you. Thank you. Yum. Thank you, Lauren. I'm gonna sit back. So.
Yeah, so let me pull up the other video Rosie's in, because this one I don't remember there being too much else after
I
this
didn't do my
one.
makeup.
I'll skip ahead to the end of it.
Or my hair. Thank you.
Let's just talk about her makeup and hair really quickly. Somebody else
My
did
lipstick
that
looks
for
like it's
her.
completely come off though. So before I go out. Also, I don't know if she like went far enough down my neck, which concerns me. I hope that doesn't translate on camera. Or if some of it just like wiped off when I was like wiping my face.
Well, no, Rosie, it wiped off because your neck and your chin keeps touching your chest. So this part of your whatever makeup was on this part of your face completely wiped off as your face rubbed against your collarbone fat, shoulder fat.
I'm glad you went. It can be intimidating going to another big city by yourself. Are you more in a leaving Las Vegas kind of mood? No, I wish I just had more time to decompress. Like, I wish I had a whole extra day before I left so I could just stay in the hotel and like decompress and then have a whole day of exploration and night. But that's not why I'm here. So I'm just making the best of the gift I've been given, and I don't want to complain or seem ungrateful because I'm very grateful. They've been super accommodating.
Yes, you did,
They're gonna
Jamie.
be like reimbursing me for the baggage fees that came up, and it was super annoying because no one warned me. And I know this is kind of a standard thing, but I don't travel a lot, so I forgot. And when I talked to the producers, they were like, "I'm sorry that happened because that wasn't supposed to happen." But they take a credit card on file for incidentals, and so I had to give up $100 of my budget.
What's she talking about? So she had to give $100 up to rent the hotel room?
To just reserve the incidentals for the room.
$100 deposit for the room?
And so I don't know if those are going to release right away when I check out.
That's probably a Vegas thing, because people in Vegas probably rent rooms and then just try to skip out after gambling away all their money. That probably happens there like often. So they probably make you put a deposit down when you rent the room to make sure you can cover it.
The good news is I told this to my mom, and I was just like, because I was just bitching to her about it. I was like, this is just annoying. Like, it was just frustrating. And she was like, oh, wow, yeah, that really is. And I was like, and then she was like, well, you know, because my parents never loan me money. But she was like, well, I'll just go ahead and send you the $100, and you can send it back once it's returned to the card. And I was like,
she looks so massive from this angle. Like her neck has just completely disappeared. Like her body, like it's just so like every area square inch just completely filled up. Like you can't like see any space, like it's just crazy. Like her profile is not even human at this point. She's just kind of like shaped like a bed, like a mattress with a head on it. Like it's just a big rectangle with a head on the top. Wow. That's a scary looking shape right there.
So nice of you. Thank you. So the issue got a resolution. And it was very kind of her because I didn't even ask. She just offered. I was like, wow, I really appreciate that. Yeah, my mom has been so supportive. She's so excited because like she knows the tea.
Well, speaking of looking bad, Glitter and Lasers recently put up a pic of her legs without the compression garments. It looks maybe worse. It doesn't look any better, that's for sure. It does not look one drop better than before she got her legs done. Like the fat that used to hang over her knee, now it's more like a deflated flap of skin, but it's still there. It does not look good. It just doesn't. It's not like an improvement worth doing all this suffering and plastic surgery for. It is not.
And she's very happy for me. And yeah. So, are you doing a gummy right now? No, I'm completely sober. I haven't gone to any dispensaries. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I know I could, but I just feel like I'd rather spend my money on other stuff.
She's gonna spend it on food. She knows if she buys weed, then she's gonna really be hungry. She's not gonna have enough money for all the munchies. All right, so let's go. I heard the end here. She says something. Let's watch the end.
Okay, cyanide.
Does she close out with anything interesting? Well, Andrea kind of told us already. When she closes out, she mentions, I want to get to the other video because the other video is also 40 minutes. When she closes it out, she mentions that she has to go. People are coming in the room or something like that, or she has to go. I don't remember exactly. Andrea, though, could tell us. But anyway, let's get to the other video because the other video is a little more interesting. But before we do that, I'd like to just take a moment, say thank you just to all of the channel members and all of the, let me find the video here. Sorry, I'll put this on. I'd like to say thank you to all of the channel members. Thank you, as well as the tier 2 associates in particular. Where's the video? It's not running correctly. Hold on. This video is not running correctly. Let me get the correct one. Here we go. All right, let me display the correct screen. So I'd like to say thank you to all of the channel members. You're very much appreciated. And in particular, the tier 2 members. You know who you are. So thank you, everybody. You're all very appreciated. And you're all welcome. All my channel members are welcome to come to the members only stream, which is going to be next week. I hope you can all make it. It's going to be at this time next week. In fact, this stream is to make up for having to postpone that one. So let's get back to the content. Oh, and also Cash App is always available as well. If anybody would like to donate to the channel in any other way, I still have my Cash App as always. And Cash App is in fact the preferred way to, if you'd like to send money to this channel, as they do not take any cut for themselves. They take a very tiny one, like a 1% or something. So yes, that is always an option as well. So anyway, let's return back to the content. So we've got Rosie's video that she posted from before she actually went to Vegas. Let's check this out.
Hi, welcome to me. It's been a minute since we've been having a little vlog conversation. Today is the beginning of me filming my Vegas vlog because I'm going to Vegas. Originally, I was gonna try to.
This is some client appointment. That's what I'm saying. She's being so darn vague on purpose. She's really doing everything she can. Welcome in middle of nowhere. She's really doing everything she can to be misleading and confusing as to what her what activities she's actually doing. Good point. She knows that stuff very well. She did it professionally for over a year.
Be like more secretive about like where I was going and things like that. But one time I was on live and I was chit-chatting and I just casually said, instead of like going on my trip, I said going to Vegas. So I spilled my own beans there, but in the interim that means we get a travel vlog. So I've kind of like gathered a bunch of stuff. We have a little bit of a mini Amazon unboxing we're going to get to in a minute, but I'm very nervous. And I'm sure the number one question is, Rosie, why are you going to Vegas? That's a secret.
See, she's doing everything she can to be intentionally. She wants us to think that she's doing something suspicious.
I have a project that I have been a part of for a year and a half.
So
a lot of
Jamie.
like hurry up and waiting kind of deals. And so we, have everything booked. I have my itinerary. I'm flying in tomorrow.
And memberships start only $2.99 a month. So it's extremely affordable.
I'm planning on staying in the hotel, hanging out at the pool.
And of course, simply liking and subscribing to the channel is all the help that I ever asked for, and it costs absolutely nothing. So that's also appreciated. And if you'd like to share a link to the video, to the stream, that helps the channel tremendously and is also costs absolutely nothing.
I'm going to order in some food and just like relax because the next morning, or like early sharp in the morning, we're going to be having the filming day start.
Well,
and that can go for, they said possibly 5 days.
Not really sure exactly what, I'm not even sure what sex worker wake up is specifically, but I'll take your word for it.
6 hours. I don't know if that includes like the hair and makeup portion or not. But I am very nervous. I'm very excited.
Do you mean like smudged? That looks like, like it's been smudged and like it's been through a lot of activity. Let me get back on this. I got distracted.
And just like relax because the next morning, or like early sharp in the morning, we're going to be having the filming day start. And that can go for, they said possibly 5 to 6 hours. I don't know if that includes like the hair and makeup portion or not. But I am very nervous. I'm very excited, low-key kind of terrified because there's just a lot outside of my control. And there's a lot to this that I can't wait to tell you guys about. So until then, let's get packing. First, we're going to start but this is going to be like my lifeline bag, my carry-on bag, my everything bag. We're going to need to make room for a lot of things, but obviously first things first, your girl needs a wallet. I always keep this external battery with me. I'm an overpacker because I have a lot of anxiety and I need everything, all my bases to be covered. So the external battery we're going to put in that front.
She's an overpacker. You know why? Because she doesn't have to carry her own bags. Because she has other people who carry her bags for her. That's why she packs so much crap. Because this is a woman who's never had to carry any of her own luggage.
Pocket, along with these Tic Tacs and pack of gum I found. I'm also going to bring some of my Zofran because I got off a phone call with the coordinator and I got super fucking nauseous just from the anxiety. So just in case, right? I'm just going to bring like 6 of them.
Very questionable.
Ibuprofen. I think I have to keep it in its original container. Unfortunately, I don't have a smaller one.
It cracks me up too, but I think the problem is, and I'm going to say this is the people I really blame, are the enablers. The mostly men, but women like Emily, Tommy, whatever her name is, Amber's girlfriend, who tell people like Rosie how amazing and beautiful they are. Like you're filling this woman's head up with craziness. Stop it.
And let me see how well you fit in the front pocket. Okay, T. Haha. And then my Ativan. I've actually been so anxious the past 2 to 3 days. I've been taking this on a daily basis, which I have not taken this medication in a hot minute. I've just had these sitting around. Also, I'm sorry if I'm a little weird. I'm used to being live. I haven't vlogged in a long time, so I might have to edit around in my own, silliness.
Why would she be so anxious to go on a trip somewhere if it's mostly just going to be her having fun and filming? And I mean, unless it's going to be something, like a porn shoot. And if it's not a porn shoot, then what the heck is it, Rosie? And why can't you say it's not? Now, yes, in that video she just did in Vegas, she said, oh, it's not feeder, it's not a feeder this. But you haven't said it's not anything sex related. You haven't said that.
And then I found these in my room.
And not that, and again, just to reiterate this, not that I'm not trying to shame her if she does some sex work. Whether I think it's a good decision for her or not is another question. But I'm not trying to shame her. What I am, I guess, going to shame her for is her hypocrisy of how she talks all this mess about how, oh, I don't need to do that anymore. I escaped. Those other women are jealous because they still have to do it and I don't. Well, she talks this good game, but now she's acting, she's flirting with the idea, letting us think that she's still actively engaged in that kind of thing. And she still does the feeder content. Yes, it's not feeder porn, but it's feeder adjacent content. She still does all those insane mukbangs.
I guess I had ordered wings a while back, so I feel like this is going to be a good idea to pack. I'm going to bring, they're just like, they call them finger bowls. They're like wet wipes for your hands. These can come in handy in a myriad of ways. I am going to bring this charger. This charger is gonna, it charges my external batteries. It charges my ring lights, etc., etc. And then I'm gonna shove this.
That's a good theory, Andrea. That's actually a very good theory that she might be in some kind of documentary about feederism, or maybe a documentary about what else could she talk about? Maybe she does talk. She has this story of alleged online stalking. I'm sure she could sell that story for a few hours if she really had enough time to elaborate on it. But yeah, something with like a streaming service where she just kind of does one of her because if anybody's seen that interview Rosie did with that girl on the podcast called Everybody's Insane or We're All Insane or I'm Insane, something insane, you could tell that to get a good interview out of Rosie, what you need to do is just not question her and just agree with her and tell her how brave she is and how smart she is, and she'll just keep going on and on and on with nonsense, and it makes for really good TV.
Here, and then it's cable. This is my external battery. I use this during my pool lives to keep my phone from like dying really fast. or because like if I want to be in the pool for over 2 hours, like I'll be at risk of my phone getting into like danger zone battery percentage. This is an amazing
Probably
external
was.
battery.
Probably was.
I wish I remembered like which one it was.
Like to fill people in on the details of that story. One of these days I'll react to the original to the video itself. But this is in her words. She basically said that she had a long-term boyfriend, and at the same time she also had a quote stalker, and this stalker would like make her send him pictures online and would make her come to meet him to engage in sexual trysts. And this was apparently like, and then why she agreed to do this, never gave an explanation. Like he didn't blackmail her or anything. He just was like, hey, you need to come do this. Just like there was none of it made any sense.
But it has a fantastic battery life. Also has multiple plugins, so I may not even, if I'm like at the airport, whatever, I don't have to fight the.
She does get a lot
you know
of
when you
stuff
sit in
from
the like
movies and books,
waiting
I
area
believe.
chairs and they have the little wall plugins. I've had so many issues with those. Either not.
So she really did just lift it straight from a movie. I always suspected that that a lot of her stories like come from things she's read on the internet. But that's even more shameless to just take it wholesale from a film. And welcome in, Kidney J. Always good to see you. And hopefully I'll be able to see you next week at the members stream. All members are encouraged to come by to that. And if you don't have a membership, definitely pick one up so that you can come by to that stream. We'd love to have everybody. Exactly, middle of nowhere. And then you know how the story ends? You know how she gets rid of this stalker? You know what she has to do to get rid of him? Because you know how stalkers are. Like they're really persistent. So the way she gets rid of this guy is she tells him to leave her alone. And then he stops stalking her. That's not stalking if they agree to leave you alone. It doesn't become stalking until they refuse to leave you alone. If they say, okay, I'll leave, then they're not a stalker. By definition, you can't be a stalker until you refuse to go away. That's what makes somebody a stalker. But yeah. Oh, she does talk about the medical kidnapping story. If that's where she got it from, I can totally see that. Rosee is a very elaborate imagination, but not to the point where she makes this stuff up on her own. She's very much lifts it from things she's read and seen.
Working, or the little like outlet plugins that I have don't fit right. Like I just have a bunch of problems. So this just alleviates my anxiety in knowing that like no matter where I am, no matter what battery percentage my phone is at,
no matter where she is, she'll always be able to get DoorDash.
I will have a way to make sure that I'm able to like Uber somewhere, contact a family member, contact one of the people involved in the project, you know, anything like that. So I'm just gonna shove that
project. She's so intentionally vague. If it's not some kind of feeder porn stuff, then why are you making everybody think it is, Rosee?
Bottom of the bag. And then I am bringing 2 pairs of over-the-head headphones in case one.
You know why she uses 2 pairs? Because she can't fit one on her head. She puts one on one side and one on the other because her head's too fat for one pair.
One of them breaks because your girl is not going to have a meltdown at the airport. We're not doing that. And sensory-wise, places like airports are a nightmare for me. So 2 pairs of over-the-head headphones.
They're a nightmare for her sensory-wise. As somebody who does not like a lot of like loud, intrusive noises, somebody who really does get disturbed by that easily. I'm not going to say that's impossible, but I get the impression Rosee is more disturbed at the thought of other people laughing at her, talking about her, and this is how she has this fantasy that other people are thinking about her and talking about her, and this lets her zone out and kind of forget about that paranoid delusion that she has. I think that's why she likes it. I don't think it's because she's so disturbed by the noise. I think she's disturbed by her thoughts.
One of my ring lights. Will you fit up here?
Interesting.
Okay, so real quick, if you've been watching my lives, you saw the pool live. I recently swam 50 laps. That was super fun. This is the swimsuit that I've been wearing because it's the one that like fits me the best right now and is like cute and like keeps everything contained while swimming because like my bikinis have like really.
You better be a pickup truck, right? Like, here, we can put you in the back here. We got an 8-foot bed on this one, girl.
loosened and like lost their stretch or have
Oh my
lost
God.
their support, and because they're really stretched out because they're like years and years old.
Her bikinis have lost their stretch. I think that would be, she would get arrested if she put on her old bikinis. And I think that she should be like that. That's a crime against nature. Like she should, like the UN could bring her up on charges for that. Like that's like beyond a federal offense if she puts on her old bikini. She seriously said that though. Let me play that again.
50 laps. That was super fun. This is the swimsuit that I've been wearing because it's the one that like
That's a
fits me the best
swimsuit?
right now.
Holy crap! This is a swimsuit. I thought this was like a tote bag or something. I thought this was like a backpack. This is her swimsuit. Good Lord. This thing is massive.
Perfect. Okay, so real quick, if you've been watching my lives, you saw the pool live. I recently swam 50 laps. That was super fun. This is the swimsuit that I've been wearing because it's the one that like fits me the best right now.
That is crazy. I mean, I will say I actually like the swimsuit in the sense that it looks supportive. It looks like it'll fit her. We really probably should go look up the video where she wears it so we could see how it looks on her. But I mean, that is a heavy duty swimsuit. It's got some big old thick straps. I've got a feeling that's exactly what she needs. So I'm not gonna hate on it.
And is like cute and like keeps everything contained while swimming because like my bikinis have like really loosened and like lost their stretch or have lost their support, and because they're really stretched out because they're like years and years old. So
they have like a DoorDash XL. Like if you order like 2 family meals, like they have to like have somebody with like an extra large vehicle to bring it. Like can't just be like some guy on a bicycle.
Just gonna shove that into the suitcase, and then I've also got. I'm so excited to have a use for this, dude. Like because I'm at home. I don't really need one of these when I'm at home.
And here's something for Rosie, that an autism diagnosis as an adult won't really get you disability most of the time, at least from what I've heard. You have to be very severely autistic to be. Just because you're autistic doesn't mean you qualify as disabled. That's like a separate thing, and it's very difficult to qualify for that unless you're very disabled. Like and even people who are, a lot of them still will, they'll work anyway, just because they like to go work. Like I actually have a friend online. He's a gamer. He's a little bit younger than me, not a lot. He's like 30 or so, but he's like really into gaming, and he's pretty autistic. And he goes and he worked at like Walmart and Amazon and places like that. And he just liked to do it because he just liked to get out and do that. So he liked to game and he liked to just be out in public and do stuff. He's a cool guy. He's a good guy. Still friends with him.
But this is a pool cover up. I did get this from the Bloom Chic video. If you know, you know. All of my other Bloom Chic clothes have ended up in the trash at this point because I tried to get some life out of them, but they all developed holes. I've just not really used this one very much. But it is really cute. So it's just like it's just like a nice little cover up I can put over my swimsuit while I walk to and from the hotel pool. Love that for me. I'm pretty sure this is the bra I'm gonna wear. Yeah, like
your brother Levi actually reminds me of my buddy online. Like he actually is kind of similar to Levi. He just has like this like chill, good-natured attitude. He actually does remind me a little bit of Levi.
So I'm gonna wear a different bra during traveling. I think it's in my room. It's more comfortable. I am gonna pack this cardigan.
So what's going on with Foodie and Salav? Anybody in chat wants to give me an update? Because I this episode's about Rosie, but I'm interested still. Last I checked in, she was talking about how she's finally leaving, that she's headed out. But I checked the video and I wasn't really able to get anything because it cut out. I don't know if she's posted anything new since then. But if she's actually leaving Syria, going back to Canada, or was she just hyping that up? Like, what's really going on? Because she's given so many mixed messages.
It's like if I end up needing to wear it for
not to get too sidetracked
on camera and the project, because this is a very comfortable short sleeve cardigan. It's black. It'll go with everything. So we're gonna just throw that in there.
Yeah, autism is one of those things that's very different for different people. Like some people, even though they're like some people are autistic and they're very able to work, and some people are autistic and they're not, and it's not always like immediately obvious. So it's one of those things. It's not always so easy to tell.
So this looks like this leaves plenty of room for my phone stand, and this, which is empty, better be empty.
But Rosee, I don't think is autistic. She does not seem like autistic to me. At least not enough to be like. At least I'm not. Like I said, I can't diagnose somebody online. Of course, I'm not a doctor. Even I couldn't diagnose anybody at all. But I don't. I'm just not seeing it. Like I totally see it in her brother.
I don't smell anything, thank God. But oh my God, okay, I'm gonna have to deep clean that. So glad I checked.
Not really a doctor, folks. Just put my disclaimer
up. I'm gonna shove this into one of the outside pockets of my book bag, because the day of, I'm planning to.
What is that?
Put this like in my bra to have it on.
That looks like a suppository, doesn't it? It looks like a little. It looks like a metal suppository. So I'm gonna put this in my. Like what? In my what? Good Lord! What the hell is that thing?
And I'm gonna shove this into one of the outside pockets of.
See, you said I'm gonna shove this. It's like, what are you doing with this, Rose? What is going on, Rose?
My book bag, because the day of, I'm planning to
looks like a bullet.
Put this like in my bra to have it on me. It's a Candy Aura quartz, and I just really feel like I need it.
Where does that go, Rosie?
I'm a crystal girl. All right, so these shorts I'm gonna wear under my outfit that I wear to the airport. I haven't fully decided. I think I'm gonna go like, cause like, not to be too TMI, but I'm having the worst timed cycle right now. So I have to worry about that while I'm traveling, which is just peachy fucking keen. Anyway, so I'm gonna probably wear like leggings and shorts and another layer, just to be safe, cause God for fucking bid. Ooh, no, actually. Ooh.
He's packing enough stuff.
Let's see. Let's just see I have other options. What's in this basket? Okay, so this is one of my outfit options. This is my yellow tank dress. Ooh, here we go. Sports bra. Perfect for tomorrow.
I think we can get an entire like Japanese girls' school gym class in there.
Ooh. Do I want to wear that? You know what? Sure. Okay, so actually, we're gonna nix the red leggings. We're gonna do black. And then I'm gonna wear this because this is very comfortable. It's very soft. It's also like completely stain resistant, which I love that for me. And so I am gonna wear leggings under it, just like I was saying earlier. Why I'm gonna wear
leggings? That's good, at least.
So this is tomorrow's outfit. My aprons are clean, which if you are not watching my lives, we have a whole little getup now. Super fun, super fresh.
Our aprons are finally clean. That's good.
There's even a hat, a chef's hat. So okay. And then one of my backup outfits.
Oh, actually, I should mention about Rosie in her defense, and I don't know any details, Jamie. So I'm not trying to disagree with you here at all. But I just want to comment that in Rosie's defense, she does have a prescription for Ativan, so she may have some kind of anxiety issues. But who's to say though? It could, like you said, it probably was just you're getting upset about something. But I do know that she does take that stuff.
My black skater dress. This is the one I'm least likely to wear because it's just so
that
plain.
Would be good.
But they want me to bring 3 to 4 outfit options. I don't know if they're gonna have me change multiple times or what the dealio is there. But you know, whatever. I am gonna pack some extra.
Hold on,
shorts.
she said that she's taking that with her. I didn't hear that there. I heard she said something about that. So she's packing that to take with her. Why would she take a chef's outfit with her? What the heck is that for? Andrea, thank you for pointing that out. That's a very good catch there. I missed that. I heard her talking about the apron, but I didn't realize she meant that she was packing it to go with her. What the heck?
2. So we've got the yellow dress, the black dress, and then my green dress.
This is a lot she's packing for just 3 days. Or 2 nights, was it?
This is, I think, the winner. Like, this is the dress I think I'm going with.
Good Lord,
at least the main one.
This is the dress she was wearing today. Just to get an idea. So this is what a dress that actually fits her, because that dress did look like it fit her, okay? This is how big a dress would have to be to actually fit her. This is sobering. If this doesn't If Rosie can watch these videos without thinking that her weight has become a massive problem, then she's completely delusional, because this is just crazy to see that how big of the outfit that all of her outfits are just so darn huge.
The first one, because again, I don't know if I'm gonna be changing or what the deal is. I love this dress. It's
respect to the tailors who, like, I mean, if this was made in by a machine, respect to the whoever programmed that machine, because that is some massive clothing, and if they can stitch something together that big that can hold up for multiple wears and multiple washes, then that's some incredible craftsmanship.
So awesome. And yeah, you guys have seen me in a lot of this stuff.
Oh, that's
I didn't really go
interesting point,
shopping for
Andrea.
anything new. Some underwear there. So
Interesting.
and then
who's to say?
Okay, so then
That made me look pretty
I
silly.
am gonna pack my favorite green tie-dye shirt, but multiple pairs of shorts. Then I am gonna go ahead and pack.
I know in
additional pair of
America
shorts.
you can see a doctor, at least in Florida. I know that it's every 3 months for some drugs. Some of them you have to go every month. I don't know if that one is every 3 months or every 1 month, because I know that for control type drugs it's every 1 or every 3 depending on the drug. So I don't know, but it's possible she can go every 3 months. But does she see a doctor even every 3 months? So it's all good questions.
To go with these. So this is the bag of snacks, some of which were actually, I emptied out my backpack. So some of these, I was like, oh, I didn't even realize these were in my backpack.
Oh, this part here with the snacks
some of
is
these
great. And Andrea, if that's true, I hope that is true, because that's true for her. That would be great. That would actually be like really good for her if that were true. Like that'd be so like wholesome and not like disgusting. So if that's what it is, then I really hope it is.
I'm gonna keep in my suitcase, and some of these I'm planning to like have for the air travel. So
no worries, Andrea.
I'm going
appreciate
to
the comments.
put a couple of these Propel packs in my backpack. At least, yeah, I'm just gonna do 2, because 2 will be enough for 1, and then if I want more water, I can just do plain water.
See, now this I don't understand about Rosie. She brings, what, 4 dresses? Or 3, or what? What'd she bring along? 3 swimsuits? Yeah, she brought along swimsuits and cooking outfits. Hold on a second now. Let's do a little bit of thinking here for a second. My brain just kind of had a thought. Why is she bringing swimsuits and cooking outfits to do a podcast? Maybe she's not doing a podcast. What the heck is she doing where she needs bathing suits and cooking clothes and cooking clothes? What is she like doing? Like barbecuing like at a beach or something? What else could it be? She's doing Rosie's beachside bikini barbecue. Rosie's coochie cutter cookout. I mean,
But just have some electrolytes, and then I'll pack the rest of these in the suitcase. I found 2 smushed Built bars, so I'm gonna put these back in my backpack, because even though they're smushed, they're still good. They still taste.
Those Built bars, I heard they're good, but that's kind of the problem. Is they look almost too good, like too tasty. Like when there's something tastes that good, it's hard to eat only one.
Good. The 2 not smushed ones will end up in my suitcase.
Like this girl Rosie does not need 4 protein bars. Like a protein bar, you would have like one as like a meal replacement, or like as a snack if you weren't able to get your regular meals in. But eating like 4 protein bars a day, like is she expecting to not be able to get food? Like why would she need 4 protein bars? Like how many meals is she gonna have to skip? Like how many workouts is she gonna be doing where she needs 4 protein bars? And I'm somebody who likes protein bars. I don't see anything wrong with having a protein bar just as a snack. But they're meant to be snacks. They're not meant to be like just have extra desserts, just extra.
I'll figure out how I'm
sweets.
gonna pack all that in a minute. These are my favorite cashews, and I found them randomly, like buried under some stuff, and I was super excited because I love pistachios and cashews that are flavored like barbecue. These are super good. So this,
I like sweet cashews.
the sugar-free jerky.
Okay, now this is a terrible choice for anybody on a diet.
The
0 sugar. Okay, just so you know, the sugar is not the issue when you buy beef jerky. The issue is fat. There's fatty beef jerky and there's lean beef jerky. Lean beef jerky can have nitrites, and it can have too much salt, and it can have things in there that are not ideal. but it's a good source of protein. Beef jerky that's high in fat, even though it does have protein, it has so much fat in there that it's a very poor choice because you're consuming far too many calories for the protein you're getting. It's like eating a 350 calorie protein bar. Even if you get, 12 grams of protein, it's not 350 calories is so many calories. You can't get enough protein in that to really be meaningful. So if it's just a sweet snack or something, that's fine. But this is not suitable for a meal replacement. This is not suitable for nutrition. This is just junk food. Yes, 9 grams of protein, but the amount of fat and nitrites and salt and this is just such high caloric density stuff. This is for like somebody who's like running a marathon. Maybe would eat, somebody doing a hike in the wilderness would eat something like this.
Sugar-free jerky.
Somebody has to burn a lot of calories to eat something like
of these.
Oh my God. Oh my God. A full pound of sugared pretzels. A full pound of these sweet pretzels. These pretzels, this bag is probably like 1,600 calories of pretzels. It's probably 100 calories per ounce. Maybe more, 140 calories an ounce. So this bag's got to be well over 1,000 calories just by itself. Probably closer to 2,000 calories just for this bag. This bag's probably like another 1,000 calories of fat. This is just like 2,000 calories of carbs. Like this is like a bulking phase. Like if she was trying to make weight, and I mean go up to the next weight class, this is how you'd be eating if you're trying to increase your weight class. That's the only reason you should be eating like this. If you're trying to put weight on.
Are gonna go in my backpack. I am going to put some of these in a Ziploc because these are really big. I'm gonna pack the rest in my suitcase.
So she's gonna put some in a Ziploc. I was like, okay, good. So she's not gonna take the whole bag. But then I'm gonna put the rest of my bag in the suitcase. Good Lord, Rosie, you're bringing an entire pound of pretzels?
And I pre-bought snacks because, like, in case I get hungry and like I've already had dinner, or like I just don't want to order out food and I'm just feeling like peckish. I want to have some options to like have some munchies, have something to snack on, to save money and like not walk down to like the hotel convenience store area and spend $10 on like a candy bar and a soda. You know what I mean?
Many.
So I'm trying to come at that from like a frugality standpoint. I also found 2 things of cashews, like regular cashews.
2 more things of cashews. How many cashews and nuts like that? I love the taste of roasted nuts. I think they're delicious. They're very nutritious in the sense that they have a lot of vitamins and minerals, and they have plenty of healthy fats. But when you're trying to lose weight, healthy fats, even healthy fats can be unhealthy. You got to keep your calories lower. And fats are high in calories. That's the problem. So healthy fat, unhealthy fat, whatever you want, whatever kind of fat it is, you can't consume large quantities. I've been trying to get healthier recently. I've been trying to eat a little more protein, a little bit less carbs, and it hasn't been too tough. But it takes time. You got to be diligent. You can't just expect it to happen overnight.
So I'm gonna pack those in the suitcase because these will probably be snacks that I put for on the way back. Because again, I don't know. These are gonna take up a lot of space in my carry-on. So I'm gonna put those in separate Ziplocs. And then these, as a fun little treat, I'll probably throw a few of these in with.
Hi, chew. These kind of chews are tasty, but they're just straight sugar. Like and I understand that snack foods in general are not the healthiest. So I'm not gonna like front too hard and say, oh, I would never eat any of this stuff. Like I've eaten some of this stuff, but one thing I would never eat is I would never eat those darn sausages. And I would never buy an entire pound of sweet pretzels like that. I could safely say that if I was going on a trip, I would not do that. I might buy a thing of nuts. I might buy some protein bars. I might break down and get some unhealthy stuff, but I might even buy like a small bag of candy, but I would not buy the pound sack of pretzels, and I would not buy that giant thing of fatty sausages. That was just the worst.
One of the Ziploc bags, and again, pack the rest in the suitcase. Onwards to the toiletries. I'm staying at the Hilton, and the Hilton always has great like complimentary shampoo and conditioner. So I'm just not even worrying about that. I am bringing my own toothpaste. I've been using Boca for a while. And when I bought it the first time,
I like you said, I'm ambering my own toothpaste. Like I'm Amber Linning it, like I'm going to lie about it. But she actually said I am bringing. She said I'm ambering. like ambering, you're gonna tell a lie? Is that what you mean?
It did not say Boca Kids on it. I just found, I was like, oh, Boca orange cream toothpaste, awesome. So I bought it, and then when I bought a replacement, they had, I guess, changed the label. So yes, am I technically using a kid's toothpaste? Yes. But it does help with my sensory issues, and I really like it, and it doesn't taste bad. So that's what I use. I don't need 2 deodorants.
It doesn't taste bad. What's she talking about? Lotion? Is she trying to eat her lotion? Or is that toothpaste?
So,
okay.
That's what I use. I don't need 2 deodorants.
Yes, you do.
Okay. The apple
One for each.
one is coming with me. I really
One
like
for
that
each
one. Ah! Oh, well, I tried. So this is my apple. I am being such a bad influencer. I'm not an influencer, but you know what I mean. Wait a minute.
Rosie is a bad influence. Let me say that again, too. People talk about that a lot. This video itself has not been anything too explicit, but Rosie is a bad influence because she does not make her content adults only, even on episodes when she does talk about explicit topics. And she, for better or worse, is a role model to some young women out there. And I think that's terrible. That's crazy. But if that's true, that needs to be stopped. So Rosie needs to set her her chat, and excuse me, not her chat, her streams to 18 plus if she's gonna consider herself an influence.
That doesn't feel as full as I thought. Okay, so I did find this, and I was super excited because this is my favorite moisturizer, and I didn't know I had any left. But this is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizing Cream. It's so good.
She's gonna put the toothpaste on the washcloth on the edge of the counter, and then just start chewing on the corner of the counter instead of brushing her teeth. She's gonna put the washcloth covered in toothpaste on the corner and just start chewing on it.
Oh, the texture is amazing. Doesn't leave you feeling greasy. I've never had a skin problem with it. Obsessed with this. No idea if you can still get it or not. I really want to pack this in my backpack. And I'm debating on if I'm going to or not, because the bottle is technically 4 fluid ounces, and I think the limit is 3.
Oh, they got you. What is in this bottle?
But this is something that, like, I got at the hospital when I stayed there, and it's a no rinse spray. So, like, while
a no rinse spray. I mean, on one hand, I like that she's got a lot of hygiene supplies because I'm sure she needs them. But this seems just a little bit like overkill, especially considering it's only a 3-day trip and you're going to Las Vegas where there's a lot of, things available. I understand that you don't want to have to buy things at the hotel shop because it's very expensive, but it's not like you're going out to the desert where if you're missing something, you're not going to have it. You can get a replacement item if you do miss something. Now, of course, yes, pack all the supplies you need. But yeah, she had so many supplies, she got in trouble for it, and she had to pay an extra $100 fee.
I'm at the while I'm like at the airport, while I'm actively traveling, like if I feel like I'm like getting a little like unfresh, this can just be a quick freshening up, like, because I don't want to get stanky while traveling. That's a no-no.
Well, hey, I agree with that.
And this is my favorite body spray, fragrance mist, whatever you want to call it.
I hope these sprays smell good, because if she's just covering up if she's just masking her natural funk with the artificial funk that's not much better, I mean, I hope she's doing this intelligently, at least.
This is from Fleur. It's pretty popular on TikTok. This is the vanilla skin. I want to get the new vanilla blackberry so bad. They're currently selling the duo of that and a heavy cream that when you like makes you smell like vanilla berries and cream, and that just.
Do you drink it, or do you apply it like on your body? Like, what do you do with that?
Just sounds delightful. But I want to smell good, so I'm bringing this. This is my favorite combo. This, the Champagne Toast Body Spray, and this is
add a little bit of ice. Delicious.
Body spray perfume I got from Five Below called Sweet Peach. It was like $5. I'm gonna shove this in there. Oh, these are the sunglasses I'm bringing, because if I lose them or forget them, I won't be that upset.
That is a smart move by Rosie. I can actually stand by that one. Definitely. If you're going on a vacation someplace, especially if it's a short trip, and you're, if you're bring stuff that you don't get upset if you lose. You know, have some nice things, of course, as well. But having one less thing to keep track of is a good thing on vacation.
I also don't know what I'm going to put them in because I'm going to need to wear these.
Of course, if they're cheap glasses, you'll never lose them because that's how it works. If they're cheap ones, you'll never break them. You'll never lose them. You'll have them forever. They're good ones. They get destroyed the day you
for
buy.
multiple different things. I'm also going to be packing my unbrush. Yeah, this is like full, so I'm not going to risk it. We're going to put the full one in here. Okay. So I've got the leftover stuff that's not going in my backpack in here. The leftover high chews, leftover pretzels, you know. You see it? Okay, perfect. I have this letter opener right in front of me. I don't know how long.
Good point, Andrea. A lot of this stuff, she says it's her favorite. She says this and that, but a lot of it's just purchased for her by other people. So she kind of just takes whatever she thinks she can get.
My family's had it, but I'll be able to use this to open these packages real quick. I basically want to start a running tally for like everything that I spent prepping for Vegas and while I'm in Vegas and going to Vegas and all that, like that I personally spent, because I'm really lucky. This trip isn't costing me airfare or hotel or Uber costs. That's all being covered. And then there's also a certain per diem I'm being given for the total of 3 days. So I think it's kind of fun to talk about that.
So she's getting compensated, but not a lot. She's being compensated well as far as travel and a hotel room that seemed like a nice hotel. They're paying for the breakfast buffet. So they're putting some money into her. But as far as actual compensation, she's only getting a little bit of money to spend. You know, she can keep it, I guess, if she wants. But it's basically just going to go toward her expenses.
But to add to my package list, I was about to buy a like $9 bag that had like a bunch of different empty bottles that I could put stuff in. But this is a non-negotiable for me. This has changed my life. This is the HIPAA Antiseptic Skin Cleaner. And this shit has revolutionized my life.
Antiseptic skin cleaner. Well, if it helps you to stop getting cellulitis, that's great. But let's step back for a second here. It's not normal to need this many products. And I'm not trying to shame anybody who has any like medical issues or anything. If it's out of your control, it is what it is. But a reasonably healthy, relatively young woman should not need, this many products to keep from developing an infection. If she needs all these cleanses just to keep from getting regular bouts of cellulitis, that should be very concerning for her.
Like being a bigger person who wants to make sure that like I'm not dealing with unnecessary BO and stuff like that. And I've also had issues with
that's the max tier. Okay. Well, I mean, considering I don't think she provides a lot of value to her members, like she does the occasional members only stream, which is good, but I feel like she just does a lot of period of time where she doesn't put any content out at all. But whatever. I mean, if people want to give, it's their choice, but that is a pretty generous level of membership.
Those things that are related to HS, I don't remember what the actual term of HS is, but I've had those happen under my arms. What's up, Levi?
HS. Does anybody know what HS means? I'm assuming that's like a skin infection. So if Rosee is getting skin infections to the point where she needs to use antibacterial cleanses, that's very concerning. Like you should be able to keep yourself clean without so much effort. It shouldn't be so much effort to keep yourself clean, is what I'm saying. If it's that much effort just to be clean, there's something wrong here. You should be trying to reduce the amount of effort needed to keep yourself clean, because that's not a good thing to need to have to apply these lotions and unction, what do they call them? Unguents?
Oh, have at it. So I decided instead to just buy a smaller bottle of this. That way the next time I travel, I can just bring it with me. Because like I said, they're going to have, the shampoo, and I don't really use conditioner anyway, but they have really good shampoo. I forget the brand, at the Hilton, but they have, like included. So I'm just going to use that. I also confirmed that they have a blow dryer, in the room. So I'm just going to use that as well.
But are you going to use it on your hair? On your head.
So that's going to be included. And then I splurged, and this was like $8 something.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You shouldn't need to have this constantly at age 33. It shouldn't be necessary to need to constantly cleanse yourself with all this kind of stuff. I mean, if you have an injury, if you have a an infection, you have, some kind of a temporary problem that could happen. But to just need this to be a regular part of your hygiene, that would be very concerning if I felt that was necessary.
In editing, I'm going to try to remember to like maybe put the screenshots of like what I paid and things like that, but I believe this was about like $8.90 something or $8 something. And then I did splurge on this because this is the best dry shampoo I've ever used, and I'm gonna bring one with me. This is chlorine.
No, that is the fakest. Out of all her diagnoses, that one bothers me the most because that one is totally fake. I don't think anybody believes that one. Like, she even doesn't even really talk about that one very much anymore. But agoraphobia doesn't just go away every time you have to go out somewhere. How can you go on a trip to an airport by yourself and then to a hotel and check yourself in by yourself and do all this crap totally independently with agoraphobia? That doesn't make any sense. Does not make any sense. That's not agoraphobia. That's called not wanting to go out. She is more autistic than she is agoraphobic. And that's not saying she's autistic.
Shampooing I'm reading the wrong language. Dry shampoo with oat milk. Ultra gentle. That words are hard. Ooh, how many ounces is this? Ooh, I think I can bring this on my carry-on. Can I? Aerosol. So I got makeup wipes. I'm just gonna throw them in the suitcase right now. I've never had them. They're the Amazon Basics. They look like the Norgina ones. They were half the price, and I was like.
So this is the stuff that her audience bought for her. This is what she must have had on the wish list because she's talking about it, specifically being on Amazon. I don't mind people getting compensated if they make content, but just sometimes it feels like just too much. It just feels like over the top. And I feel like the wish list thing, especially when it's for things like this, if it's for something that is very personalized, maybe something that you've wanted for a long time, like maybe somebody wants something specific, something that means something to them, but just kind of like household items like this just feels kind of, I don't know, it just feels very weird to me.
I just want to make sure that I can remove my makeup because
this feels like when somebody says to a homeless person, like, I won't give you money for drugs, but I'll give you food. That's what these wish list things feel like. It's like, if you don't trust me with the money, then why don't you here? Then you could just buy me stuff so that you know that it'll go to a good cause. That almost feels like that. Like, if you don't trust me with the money, you could buy me something off my wish list instead.
I'm going to be getting that done. And holy shit. I thought this was a 3-pack, not a 6-pack. I mean, hey, our entire family is out of them, so it's worth it. But I got some Amazon Basic Dental Flossers. So I'm just going to throw a pack in there. I don't remember the costs of a lot of this off the top of my head. And
this is just not the kind of thing that belongs on a wish list. If it does, I mean, because why would you have this on your wish list? Is she saying that if nobody donated money that she would never be able to floss again? Like, because that's what your wish list is. It's things that you would like, but you can't justify buying for yourself. Isn't that what a wish list is supposed to be? That's why it's a wish list. It's not a shopping list. It's not things that you're planning to buy for yourself. It's things that you would like, but you can't really justify. So she's saying that unless somebody donates to her, she can't floss her teeth. That is what the heck, Rosie? What are you trying to insinuate here?
Completely honest with
you can't cleanse yourself unless people give you money? That you're going to rot away from cellulitis and tooth decay?
I used a firm on the Amazon order because I didn't want to spend the full amount up front. So there's going to be like, I think it's like a $2 or $3 fee or something. I don't know. But my phone, the phone tripod I'm currently using, while I was in the pool live, it broke off the base. I can put it back on, but if I'm going to be walking about and all of that, like, I knew that I needed another one of these. It's the same one. A Cooper chat stand.
Something like this, I think, makes more sense on a wish list. At least something like this I could kind of understand because this is going for her channel. So, all right, if people who watch her channel want her to produce better content, then buy this stand for. Okay, I can kind of understand that being on a wish list at least. But why do you have like butt wipes and crotch perfume and stuff like
Cooper
that?
Case. Is this the same one? I'm pretty sure it is. looks like it. Okay. I'm actually just gonna, I can assemble this in the hotel room. This is not a today activity, and actually packing it this way to the hotel room will spare more room in my backpack. Sweet. So I'm running low on my propels. I was already placing an order, so I reordered the same propels that I showed on a haul I did in one of my lives. So this is the raspberry lemonade flavor, delicious. The kiwi strawberry flavor, delicious. This is the one I'm packing to take with me because this is my favorite.
All right, these kind of Propel drinks, I don't really have an issue with these. I don't know if these are sugar-free or not, but overall, as long as you don't drink them all day long, I don't think they're so bad. But if this is loaded up with sugars, it's not a good choice.
So I like saved it, and I drink the other ones first, and then the watermelon Propel, so good.
I think this is loaded with sugar, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is, then this is not a good choice.
All three of these flavors. Highly recommend. I need to not forget.
Yeah, electrolyte enhanced drink mix powder. This is loaded up with sugar. Not a good choice for Rosee. This is basically like having a Kool-Aid packet. There's added salt, maybe some other minerals. But this is basically Kool-Aid as far as Rosee's concerned. Ooh, yeah.
Get my makeup stuff.
There it goes.
Because I am bringing my House of Labs foundation. I am going to bring my favorite bronzer just because I do need it to even out the paleness of my foundation. And then I am going to bring my Urban Decay setting spray just in case. Because I'm sure the makeup artist will have everything else that I would need. But these were only $6, and these are the cables I always buy for like $9, $10, $12 depending.
I bought these cables before. These things break very quickly. These things break fast. You get what you pay for. They're worth, this price is fair. You're getting your money's worth because these 3 cables are barely going to last a year. But for $7 for 3 of them, you got, I mean, it makes more trash to go in the landfill. And if Rosee is somebody who talks so passionately about environmentalism, then I'm surprised she's okay with this disposable quality equipment.
And what Amazon is doing. So when I saw they were only $6, I threw them in the cart. Because I'm also going to throw in an extra cable into the suitcase.
That's what it is.
Because again, I'm an overpacker and
you're an overpacker because you don't have to carry it.
I worry. So if anything happens to one cable, I'll at least have that in the suitcase like while I'm in Vegas. This was like only
in Vegas, you can't possibly buy another cable.
$4, and I decided I'm not taking this with me on the trip, but this was something that I really wanted to get for my current hair journey, which is, actually no, I think I'm lying. I think I am going to bring this with me because they're probably going to curl my hair. I'm going to probably ask them to curl my hair. But this is a heat protectant.
Heat protectant.
And then I got a 6-pack of different toothbrushes because I have a electric toothbrush and I'm not bringing that with me. But I am going to bring one of these with me just so that way I have a way of brushing my teeth, obviously. And then I can just like leave it there. I'm not too hung up. And then we'll have extras in the house in case we have guests or I need to travel again or any plethora of reasons. Maybe my brother will need a tooth power. I don't know if he has his own electric or not, but oh no, I want the pink one. Cute. That's what we'll do.
She's buying a lot. There's a lot of crap for a 3-day visit, right?
Order these. These feel like they're smashed.
More cookies, but I was gonna say electrolyte mixes. You know what I used to like that for? Back when I used to be serious about working out, I would work out in the gym for like hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes, and I would cramp up a little bit. So I felt that those helped me out. They help reduce cramping. But unless you're doing something where you're really getting hot and sweaty, you probably don't need that.
Are they?
Right?
Know,
It's
they
exactly
were
why
like
they
$3 or
come.
$4.
They're disposable.
This is a little bit of an impulse buy, but I was like, I could bring this as a snack. I don't need to bring this whole.
A big sack of cookies, of course, because that's Rosee's style. She's so against, exactly. Rosee talks all this mess about the environment and about being against slave labor and supporting a sustainable wage and sustainable products and sustainable economies and not exploiting workers. And then she buys this complete sweatshop garbage. I have a little bit of
I don't know what I was thinking, actually. I'm
not going to say that I'm better than buying it, but I try not to buy it. At least I don't talk out of both sides of my mouth. I might buy something like that on occasion, but I don't act like it's a good thing.
Just saw these cookies and was like, I want them. And I used this trip as an excuse to buy them.
Oh, thank you so much, Kitty
so
J.
for real about that. And, oh, this was only like $1 or something.
Somebody's gonna get to enjoy the membership, the members only stream. Let's see what it is in a moment.
This is some Cool Mint Listerine mouthwash again, just so that way everything's hunky dory while traveling.
Gotta be
okay, I just
prepared.
had a stroke of brilliance. So I'm gonna use this to put.
That's true.
Well, I've got a hair clip in here.
I guess I'm just giving her a hard time because I'm kind of nitpicking, but those are disposable wires. And if Rosie is going to talk mess about consumerism and talk about environment, I mean, it's a little hard to justify buying disposable wires.
Make sure, are you still, yeah, not broken, perfect. The mouthwash, the toothbrush, the dry shampoo, the Heba cleanse. This is bathroom, so then, can I fit my deodorant in this? Beautiful. I am gonna keep my fragrances in the Ziploc.
JB Carpenter got the gift membership. It goes to the mods every time, but I don't mind. I need a mod to be at the stream anyway, right? All right, JB. Well, you're going to be at the membership stream, the members only stream. I hope. Look forward to seeing you.
And then
thank you again to Kitty J. Very much appreciated for that membership gift. Thank you so much, Kitty J. And be sure to check out Kitty J, everybody. If you don't already, you probably do.
I'm actually take it with me or not. We'll see if I find a use for it. This is the perfect size. And it matches my backpack, which is cute. And then the final thing, most important thing I need to bring with me.
I didn't see that, Andrea. I missed that.
One of the most important things, loofah on a stick. Ooh. Oh no.
I'm scared. I am scared to think where that's going to go because this woman has more creases than the average human. She's got more places to put that than most people, and you know, none of them where the sun can shine.
Oh, I'm never buying this one again.
Never buying this one again. I'm scared to ask why.
Ugh. It feels nice, but this is going to be a pain in the ass to use.
It's going to be a pain in the ass to use. Well, don't put it in your ass.
You don't want this when you're getting a loofah on a stick for my purposes.
For her purposes. I told you, that's going inside of something. That's going inside of somewhere. I don't know where, but that's going inside of something. And, yeah. Wow.
You want it to be a 360 loofah. I don't think I could tell from the listing that it was like.
Good Lord, Rosie, you're oversharing now. Maybe I don't know what you think we would. Good Lord.
But oh well, that's the thing is like because half the time I end up forgetting these in the hotel anyway, because they end up like.
She's probably hungover. She probably went out and then had to do the shoot the next morning. First thing, she didn't have time to enjoy her all you can eat breakfast without a headache.
You know, you're like showering right before you leave and they're wet and like you don't want to pack a wet loofah, you know, in a suitcase. Like that's just weird. So if I forget this, I won't be.
I know I'm gonna be a bit of a spoil sport, but if I'm traveling on vacation, what I usually do, or not on vacation, but traveling in general, I usually use it as a chance to diet. If I'm going on vacation, like I'll go out to eat and things like that. But as far as like traveling in the car or whatever, I'll be like, you know what? This is a good chance for me to do some fasting. And I'll end up eating when I get there. I'll still have a nice meal, but I'll just try to use that as a chance to try to cut down a little bit because I know I'm going to end up overeating. I'm going to restaurants and things like that. So I try to use the trip itself as a chance to eat less.
Because this is going to be annoying to use. Not impossible, but annoying. So this is my makeup bag that I'm going to put in my suitcase because I want to make sure I have this because I have no idea what foundation options they're going to have. And my skin's very particular and I'm kind of particular.
People go to the woods for a month less.
This is the all-nighter setting spray. And this is my all matte, perfectly colored.
She could use that thing to soak up gravy and then squeeze it into her mouth.
Bronzer that I use to just kind of like even out the paleness of the foundation. Like, as you can see, I love this thing. So I've also just got some lipsticks and mascara.
I just want to repeat that though. The oversharing of the night, of the month, of whatever is Rosie telling us that loofah needs to be sponge on all sides in order for her to get it where she needs to get it. and I don't really want to know where that is.
And chapstick, just some random things in here that would be useful. Okay, I'm just gonna leave these at home. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't need to bring these. But I'm not gonna be closing up this suitcase tonight either, because I'm gonna still be showering and like putting on deodorant and stuff before I leave, obviously. Oh, and then this was something else I wanted.
When she puts on deodorant, it's like I can tell that when she says put on deodorant, like she doesn't mean like most people does. She probably has like a 40-minute procedure, like from the time she starts applying it to the time she finishes.
To bring,
which I'm glad she uses. Don't get me wrong.
I set my phone stand on that foolishly. No, I keep dropping stuff. Okay, I keep dropping stuff. I'm gonna bring my journal with me because I want to journal on the plane. And then I've got the pretzels. And then I threw everything in with the meat sticks in one bag because everything else is like wrapped. I don't care. How am I going to fit? Is this going to fit in here? Oh, sweet. Okay, it does. I have... Oh!
Agreed.
Oh. Do I bring the big...
Now, respect, Andrea. A lot of people are like that here with foodie. In fact, I think the origins of this channel really came from people who a lot of people who used to be Beezers. They used to support foodie a long time ago. And I kind of gotten into the foodie reactor verse and all that. And a lot of the people who initially watched this channel, a lot of them were viewers of Skinny Queen Reacts, and she was a former Beezer. She was very much a supporter of foodie at one point, and she totally, that foodie absolutely cannot stand her. Foodie attacks her every chance she can get, and it's I'm not trying to bring all that up. My point is just to say though that I totally understand the cycle of supporting somebody and getting tired of them. Not that I was ever a big supporter of any of the girls, but I certainly had a much better attitude toward them when I was watching them less. I used to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I used to have a lot of hope for them and think they would turn it around. And now I've become a lot more cynical. Although I always kind of been a little bit cynical, I at least had tried to mask it more in the past.
Lunky 40-ounce brewmate, or do I just suck it up and spend some money on drinks?
What'd you say about a 40-ounce?
Lunky.
He's gonna bring a 40-ounce?
Oh. Do I bring the big lunky 40-ounce brewmate, or do I just suck it up and spend some money on drinks?
So is she gonna bring a 40-ounce with her? Or is she gonna buy alcohol when she gets there? Well, I mean, that's a good question. Should she buy what do you folks think? Do you think she should just get the 40-ounce? Or should she buy a beer when she gets there?
I really can't decide. That's really heavy without it already. And then this is
over.
empty. So imagining 40 ounces of water in this.
Oh, water. All right.
And carrying it and it being so heavy. Fuck it. I'm going to pay the extra bits. I can't. We're not doing this.
I think she should get a gallon of apple cider vinegar because her thoughts and her words are just so nasty and dirty. She needs to rinse that mouth out. Some apple cider vinegar.
Okay, so I am missing a red dress. I have a sports bra. I have that bra. I've got undergarments. I've got other supplies. I've got the swimsuit cover. Obviously the hotel will have towels. So I don't have to worry about that. Sunscreen and red dress. All right, so
no way the hotel's gonna have towels big enough for her though. So she really probably should bring at least one big towel for herself because the hotel towels are gonna be way too small to get them around her body. She's gonna have to use like 5 of them at once.
Have the red tank dress here. Black aviator glasses here. And
she's out of breath.
Sunscreen.
You can hear her breathing. Keep in mind something. You're hearing her breathing. That is not from a microphone that's directly in her face. That's from a room microphone. She's got she's got a microphone on the camera or something. That's not from a microphone that's up by her mouth. That's just, that microphone is like 5 feet away from her. It's just a room mic. And it's still picking up her breathing like it's right next to her mouth.
Here. I might have enough room in my suitcase to pack an extra pillow.
Sounds like she's holding it up right in
which
front
isn't
of her
entirely
mouth.
necessary, but it'll help pad everything in the suitcase and keep things from, like, you know, shuffling around a ton. And I always like to ask for extra pillows, but they never bring as many extra pillows as I truly want. And I don't want to be like, can you give me like more pillows? Because I don't want to be annoying or take from other people. But there's like this huge section here. Let me show you. There's this like large section of the suitcase here, like the non-clothing part. See, there's just like an empty space.
You know what I found, Andrea, and I don't know if this is the case for you or even for people in the chat, but I found that at least for some people, and for myself at least, when I see people on the internet who I dislike, when I see people, I guess really anywhere who I dislike, if they're people who I really know well, or I feel like I know them well, like these girl word characters, they become a cipher for things you don't like in general, or things you don't like about yourself, or things you don't like about society. Like when I look at Rosee, I don't just see Rosee. I see an example of consumerism and gluttony gone wrong. I see a lot of I see laziness. I see my own laziness. I don't like that about myself at times. I see my own. I guess what I'm saying is, I see more than just Rosee. I see a lot of things that are wrong with people in general, and they just kind of manifest through her.
I could easily just like throw a pillow on here and then close it up. I think that would work really good. And then I haven't folded any of this or done anything with this yet. I have an airport outfit.
She's on a camping trip. So much stuff.
4 outfit choices. My makeup, my toiletries. I have my go bag packed. I decided I'm not bringing my iPad, which was a difficult decision. Hold on. It was a difficult decision to decide to not bring my iPad because it's like a comfort thing. But I don't want it to get like stolen or something or lost. Like, I'd be pretty devastated if this suitcase got lost, you know, to or from. I'd be pretty upset. I'm considering wearing a hat.
She's completely out of breath. She's completely out of breath. And this girl's eating massive. She's continuing to gain. She already sounds like she's having serious trouble breathing. She has to use an antibacterial cleanse daily in order to not get cellulitis. Her body is breaking down. It's breaking down. Straight up.
Well, actually, now I'm going to throw this in the backpack now because I have the room now. But yeah, we are a go. That's everything. I'm so stressed about this trip. But I'm really excited at the same time. I've just been like laying in bed in the dark in like a super understimulating environment because I want to make sure that I am able to be at my best when I leave the house tomorrow. I'm very worried about my ability to just like cope through my fear and anxiety. I've been telling myself over and over again the phrase "be afraid but do it."
I mean, the way Foodie sings, I would definitely say she's not, you know, paying attention to any social cues. That's a bit of a joke there. She's not. Yeah, she's pretty oblivious to what other people think of her singing. So maybe a little bit. But no, I get what you're saying, though. If that were the case, everybody who leaves work everybody who goes to a party after work has autism.
Anyway,
case, right?
That's really been helping me get through this.
Welcome in properly.
Fear, because
she didn't put any shoes in there. Good point.
I'm someone that is both afraid to fail and afraid to succeed. And it's something I've talked about a lot in therapy, and I'm not going to get too in depth here, but you know, I'm really excited because I don't know the exact itinerary yet because I just don't know how late into the day filming is going to go and how I'm going to feel when it's done. I'm hoping I'll have the energy to go out a little bit once I'm done filming, just maybe hit 1 or 2 spots. because in the morning when I wake up, my goal is going to be to go to the Strip and hit a few different places. I want to see the Sphere. I want to go to a botanical garden. I want to hit up the Hello Kitty Cafe.
That is not happening. No way. No way. Unless they decide not to have her show back up there. If they're actually having her work and they're paying her to do this, they're not going to give her that much free time in the morning just to go on a sightseeing trip. They're going to have her showing up to work first thing in the morning if this is legit.
I want to go to both the Coke store and the M&M store because they're right next door to each other. And M&M's hit so hard with the ice cold glass of Diet Coke. I really want to try. They have like the Cokes around the world sampling thing. I want to try that. Like, I think that would be a little fun vlog segment and also just a fun thing to do by myself. Of course, I want to take a picture in front of the, welcome to Vegas sign. And it's just like, and there's other stuff too that I've like Googled. Of course, I also want to hit a buffet at some point because I just want.
She wants to hit a buffet at some point because, come on, you had to ask that one.
I want to say I've been to a Vegas buffet, because that's like one of their things.
Rosie, you can tell us that right now. Nobody's gonna question you. Everybody would believe that you've been to one already. You don't actually have to go. You could just say it.
And I am really just like nervous about what my energy levels are going to be, but I know that, and of course I want to gamble a little bit, so it's just going to kind
of every night you go to sleep, you're gambling with your life, Rosie.
Kind of like
when you wake up the next day,
I have to play it by ear and just be careful with like my spending, because I do have like a set budget, and I am very blessed. Like, they gave me a $125 Uber voucher, which I wasn't expecting. They told me they were going to give me first they told me they were gonna refund, like pay back the Uber to and from the airports. My brother's taking me to and from the airports here to save money there. But they
your brother's such a nice guy. Like, he really is. Shout out Levi.
They initially told me that, and so I was like, I have to pay it up front and they would reimburse it. Fine. Then I get told they're gonna send me 2 vouchers for 2 separate rides to from the airport. Okay, great. Then they send me a voucher that is totals for a credit of 1 or more Uber rides of up to $125. And I was like, oh my God. So now it's going to save me a ton of money. Like, when it comes to, because I can't walk super long distances. So I'll be able to like hop to and fro on the Strip, and I think do a lot more without having to worry about rent.
Well, she thinks that $140 Uber, $125 Uber thing is going to pay for her to go to the studio and back, wherever they're recording, and pay for her to go to the airport when she has to leave, and pay for her to go up and down the Strip. I'm sorry, that Uber voucher is not going to last that long. I mean, it's very cool they're giving it to her, but I don't think it's going to pay for much more than her trips back and forth to the recording session, her trip back to the airport, and maybe like 1 or 2 small rides otherwise.
A scooter, so while also walking a bit, which I do want to do. I do want to and fro on the Strip, and I think do a lot more without having to worry about renting a scooter.
Without having to worry about renting a scooter, Rosie, that is unrealistic. Like, even for somebody who's healthy, walking large distances on a Strip like that it can be tiring. It's hard to estimate the distance. It's hard to estimate the time, your energy. If you're not already somebody who's relatively fit, be cautious. But to say that you're not going to even rent a scooty, that you're just going to try to walk that's crazy. I mean, the reason why you went live from your room, you didn't go live from the Strip, because you must have realized that just ain't happening. I don't care how many Uber vouchers they give you. They're not going to drive you from one place to another and wait for you.
So while also walking a bit, which I do want to do. I do want to like be somewhat active. I just don't want to wear myself into the ground.
Okay, respect
and
her.
And then the good news is on the way home, it's a one-way nonstop.
Let me rephrase that. Rosie, respect to Rosie for actually making some trips. I think that's cool. And I think that's cool that they gave her enough time to do that. I talked some mess about Rosie, but I don't have any hatred toward the girl. And I think it's cool that she was able to enjoy her trip. So that's actually a good thing. And I think it's good because it gives us content too, right? That's another thing. I think a lot of reactors, they get too like aggressive and they forget that, yes, sometimes people are just absolutely disgusting and they need to get off the internet. That happens sometimes. But there's a lot of times where it's just more like, I want to see what these people get into.
Flight. It's like a 4-hour flight. But I'll be leaving their time 4 p.m., coming home like midnight our time. So that'll be a wild thing, but I'll probably be exhausted. So that might work out in my favor. So these are my hopes and aspirations, but my therapist told me but the biggest thing that I have to do is to go in with no expectations. So I am trying really hard to do that. I'm just trying to make sure that I feel prepared, that I feel safe, that where's my anxiety medication? Oh, it's in the front pocket. Okay. Okay, the medications are in the front of my pocket. Okay. I've got to remember, I don't normally store stuff in the front pocket like that. So I should remember there's stuff in there. So yeah. Holy shit. Viva Las Vegas, baby! Hey.
I probably should have said this at the beginning, but I don't have any hatred for Rosee. I don't have any hatred really for any of the people I cover. Some of them I dislike. Like I definitely dislike Glitter and Lasers, dislike Booty. Rosee, I have some dislike for some of what she does, some of her actions, but I don't have like any real hatred or anything like that. So probably should have said that at the beginning, because anybody who's not aware of that probably has already stopped watching. But if you are still watching, hopefully you consider that. All right, everybody. Well, that's the end of the show for today. I think we had a really good time. I had some fun here. Let me put on some music and say good day to you folks. Oh, and next week is this time, 11 a.m. Eastern time, same time as this stream today, is going to be the members only stream for a limited time next week. So hopefully you folks are going to be, some of you folks at least will be able to catch that. And for everybody, this Wednesday is going to be the regular Dinner with the Doctor stream that I do weekly at the same time of 8 p.m. Eastern time. So everybody, hopefully you'll be able to attend that this Wednesday. And for all the members, I hope to see you next Saturday, 1 week from today. Just trying to look like a picture of one of those police suspect drawings. Not today, Jamie. No, not today. Today's just a Rosee day. Glitter and Lasers is going to be on Wednesday. We got a good full show in, though. Over 2 full hours, right? Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day, Jamie. You too, Nutty. Princess Sparkle Fairy, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Nutty. Have a great day. Andrea, bye-bye. Thank you so much, Jamie. Yes, please be sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this show. And leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think. And also, be sure to share this link. That helps the channel out tremendously. If you know other people would like to see this content, share it with them. I think they would enjoy it a lot. All right, everybody. You have a wonderful day. And I will see y'all on Wednesday.